Hi friends, it is Sunday. I am still recovering from being sick, so ignore me if I cough in this video. I'm trying not to. Super hard, trying to keep something to drink handy so that I don't cough all the way through this video, but we did not get a chance to do a live yesterday on Saturday, our typical day. It was just a little bit of a crazy day and just did not fall into the schedule. So figured I'd bring you guys along today as we do a couple of things to get prepped for Sunday, get ready for husband's lunch. We're trying something new this week for him. And so thought I'd bring you guys along with me to try a couple of these new recipes we found. One of them is a snack for him to have. He likes, hey Karen, nice to see you. He likes to have some high protein type snacks along with him at work. And we're also trying something new for his sandwich this week. We're gonna do a curry chicken salad. And I cooked the chicken already, so you guys didn't have to watch me do that. So I have some 3 chicken breasts there that I shredded up. And he's gonna put that curry chicken salad in one of these pita breads. So that's how we're gonna pack that in his lunch. And then he likes to bring a can of Progresso soup with him also for his lunch. So both these recipes are super easy. I was trying to go for easy this week, and as I said, I'm still trying to ease myself back into life after being sick for almost 3 weeks. And so I had kids class today at church. I was upstairs with the grade school kids, and I had a full house up there. And so I'm tired. I'm ready for my Sunday siesta, and it won't happen until after we get done here. So we're gonna do these recipes and show you guys a couple things we're gonna do for his lunch this week. Some new things that I'm super excited about trying. Maybe I'll even talk hubby into coming in here and trying this chicken salad for you guys, let you know what he thinks of it, because it is a new recipe. I am tweaking the recipe just a little bit to more of our liking for it. Sticking to the recipe kind of, but I'm not exactly. I'm doing a couple things different. So we're just gonna do this really quick. He wanted his chicken salad made with all yogurt. I thought I had more yogurt than I do, and I don't. So we're gonna do part yogurt, part mayonnaise for this one. But next time in the future, if I make this again for him, I will end up doing all Greek yogurt instead of adding mayonnaise to it. But I do have to add a little bit of mayonnaise to it today just because I don't have as much yogurt. I did a grocery pickup on the way home from church today, and I was like, there's a couple of things that didn't get put on my order. I'm like, I wonder what happened there. So I went and looked. Well, I have coupons for those things, but the coupons that I downloaded are for grocery delivery, not grocery pickup. So I guess I'm going to have to do a grocery delivery this afternoon to get the rest of the stuff for his lunch and for what I need for this week. So if you guys are just joining me, we are making a curry chicken salad for hubby's lunch. And then we're going to make a really fun new recipe for a trail mix that I found that looks super good, and give him some good protein, high protein type snacks to bring with him to work. So we're making this curry chicken salad. Excuse the noise for a second. My mayonnaise is almost gone. Grab my other one over there. So I'm doing part mayonnaise, part Greek yogurt. But like I said, in the future, I will do it all Greek yogurt for him, just because that's what he would prefer. But we need 3/4 cup of Greek yogurt, or Greek yogurt and mayonnaise mix, or all mayonnaise, whatever you prefer to have in it. We're gonna do a little bit of garlic. It calls for garlic powder. I like this Pampered Chef garlic seasoning. This is my favorite. So that's what I'm gonna use because it has a little more flavor than just plain garlic powder. And instead of onion powder, I'm gonna use some of this caramelized onion butter. I love this stuff. I use it in everything. Right now I'm making a curry chicken salad for my husband's lunch for this next week. And then I'm gonna do a really fun twist on a trail mix. We're also gonna put in some curry powder. Since it is curry chicken salad, you cannot have curry chicken salad without curry powder. So we're gonna put that in. I'm gonna grab a little whisk so I can whisk up this sauce real quick. Make sure we get it nice and smooth. Get everything combined. It calls for just lemon juice, but I am going to, I think we need more curry powder. I'm going to do some lemon zest and lemon juice because, as you guys know, a good portion of your lemon flavor comes from the zest itself. So we're going to put a little bit of zest in here, and then we'll do some of the juice with it as well. So I have a fresh lemon. That's what I love about this curry chicken salad. It has lots and lots of fresh ingredients in it with the green onions and the grapes and the lemon, and all those things are just going to give it really great flavor. Hubby and I had leftover pizza for lunch today after church. After being sick for almost 3 weeks, I finally am getting an appetite back, which is good, and I was craving pizza from one of our little pizza dives around here, and yes, I do say it's a dive because it is a pizza place that you do not go for the ambiance. You go there for the pizza. And so they have the original ovens from the 1950s still there, and the oven doors are being held closed by screwdrivers. Yes, I love the lemon zest in this. I think it's going to really give it a good fresh flavor. So we had pizza last night for dinner, and we had leftovers for a nice, quick, easy lunch today after church. I do, thank you. I'm so glad I do sound better. I don't sound quite as hoarse and quite as, I don't know. I sounded horrible the last live video I did. It was awful, but I hadn't done a video in quite a while, and I felt like I really needed to get something uploaded. Now, it doesn't call for any salt, but I'm going to put a little bit of my Redmond's Real Salt in here because I think it needs to have a little bit of salt. You got to have some salt to balance out all of that lemon. So we're going to put in just a little bit of salt. And let's give this another whisk. I'm going to keep my spatula because that's what I'm going to toss everything in here with it and get it all nice and mixed. All right, I think I'm done with my whisk now. I got all of my dressing ingredients in here. So let's go ahead and start adding in our stuff. I'm going to add in all of this chicken that I cooked. I just basically boiled 3 chicken breasts until they were nice and tender and I was able to shred them. Just to make it nice and easy. Super simple. I'm going to put in a little bit of fresh cracked black pepper. Actually quite a bit because hubby is a huge pepper fan. So we're going to do quite a bit of pepper in this. Probably more than I would do if I was eating it. But this is for his lunch, so. All right, so for now for our the fresh ingredients that go into this curry salad. We're going to put in some chopped green onion. I'm going to do 3 of these fresh green onions. We're just going to give those a quick chop. This is going to add some really good fresh flavor to our chicken salad. This is super easy chicken salad. You can do this in a pita bread like he's going to do it for his lunch this week. You can. We saw a recipe. I follow a channel on YouTube called Cooking the Books, I think it is. I think her name is Anne, if I remember right. She cooks recipes out of classic and vintage cookbooks. And I absolutely love her channel. I love her stuff that she does. And she did a curry chicken salad. And she did it in an avocado half, which I thought looked super interesting. And I thought maybe we would try that sometime. But for this time, we're just going to go ahead and do it the way we're doing it right now. We're going to just do in the pita bread for him. So this one also calls for grapes. So I just have some plain, just red grapes. These are not anything special. They're just a red grape. I don't want to get too many in there because I don't want to get it too overpowering. But we're going to cut them in half so they're more of a bite-size grape. We're going to put these in here. I think hubby is going to really, really enjoy this with all of this fresh stuff that's in it. If If you're just coming in, let me know you guys are here. Say hi. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would love to have you subscribe and be a part of our YouTube family. So now we're going to mix in our grapes. I want to get a look at this and see how, if I want to put any more grapes in. I might want to put a couple more. Yeah, let's go ahead and put a couple more grapes. Let's just do let's do about 4 more. And then we just have 2 more ingredients to put in here. And that's it. That's how super simple and easy this recipe is. So now it calls for sliced almonds. I have these sliced almonds and dried cranberries. Why not put these in here? Why not add a little more flavor with the dried cranberries? So I'm going to shake some of that in here. Cranberries are only just going to add... I do remember you from one of my other lives, yes. So we're going to mix those sliced almonds in here. And then the last thing I'm going to put in here is just some cashews. And I'm going to chop these up because I don't want them whole. So I'm going to just give them a really rough, just a rough chop. And then I think we're almost ready for hubby to come in and just try this. I'll have him just try it on a spoon or a fork or something just so he can check the seasonings for me. Let me know if he thinks it needs any more salt, needs more pepper, anything like that. I love how simple and easy this is. And this is something that you can make on a Sunday. Stick this in the refrigerator and let it just sit there, and you can have this all week long. Have this on a pita, have this on some delicious bread if you want to. Have this on a croissant would be super tasty. All kinds of ways. Like I said, she did it in a avocado half, so you could do that if you wanted to. There's just a number of ways that you could eat this, and it would be delicious. So I'm going to mix this again. I think I actually do want to put a little bit more curry powder in here. Just a little bit. Because it should be more of an orangey color. So we're going to mix that in. I'm going to have hubby come in and taste this. Tony, you want to come taste it? Tony? You want to come taste this? All right, I'm going to get a fork so I can give him a good taste. I want him to have a little bit of everything that's in here. The chicken and the grapes and all of the nuts and things that we put in here. All the delicious flavors. He said,
Very good.
Have that in a pita? With his soup for lunch, I think he will enjoy that.
It'll be nice for a change.
Nice and fresh. And you see how quick and easy that was to put together. It took me literally no time at all to do that. So while you're cooking your chicken, you can be making your sauce and getting it put together, and then just have it ready to add your chicken to once you get everything in there. Super, super easy. So, you guys have any questions about that chicken salad that we just made? Yeah, he is gonna love it for lunch for sure. So now this fun recipe that I found for a trail mix. It's called a banana split trail mix, and I thought that sounds so interesting and so fun. And it all literally just gets dumped into a bowl. You store this in a Ziploc bag or an airtight container, and just take out a handful and put it in a Ziploc bag and go off out the door. He can take this to work with him. I can have this for a snack. So I cooked the chicken probably about 20 minutes or so until I could take my tongs and it was just nice and shreddable for me, which was super, like probably 15-20 minutes I think was about all it was. But yeah, it was super easy. So for the trail mix, how this becomes banana split is we're going to use some banana chips, dried banana chips. We're gonna put some of these in our bowl. And I think I'm just gonna go ahead and use the whole bag. I'm just gonna... Hi, Kendrick. Thanks for joining. We have our banana chips here, and we've got some freeze-dried strawberries. We're going to add these freeze-dried strawberries right into our banana chips. We're gonna add in some cashews. I know cashews are not traditional in a banana split, but this is a way to add some more protein to this trail mix to kind of give you a little bit more substance to it than just the fruit. We're gonna add in some pistachios. Now, if you don't like either one of these nuts, if you're not a fan of pistachios, if you're not a fan of the cashews, by all means, use whatever kind of nuts you want. You can do whatever works for you is what I would do. So we've got our pistachios, we've got our cashews, we've got our banana chips, our freeze-dried strawberries, and the last thing, which I'm excited about, is some dark chocolate chunks. Now, if you don't like dark chocolate, use semi-sweet chips. You can use whatever kind of chips you want to. If you're not a big chocolate fan and you'd rather have like a white chocolate, then do that. It's whatever you would prefer in this. This is just the base recipe, and you can do whatever you want. So I'm gonna just do about a half a bag of chocolate because we don't want too much of the chocolate. We want it to just be a little bit here and there in this trail mix. But I love all of the colors in this. Look how beautiful that looks. So this is super easy and super quick to put together. Throw this in, like I said, into a Ziploc bag, put this into a airtight container and store it. And just have this in your cupboard, have this in your pantry, on your counter, whatever, and have this as a snack. Be able to put this out. I would put this in a beautiful glass jar on my counter instead of cookies. If I want a more healthy type option for a snack, I would put this in a beautiful jar on my counter, and I would have that so that it would not tempt me to have cookies, but I could have a trail mix that's a lot better for me with the nuts and the dried fruits. I'm sorry. And a little bit of chocolate. But I just think it's beautiful. All those colors. And this is going to be super good to bring with him. I love freeze-dried strawberries. They're so good. Everything in here is all stuff that I love. I love cashews and pistachios and all the things. So this is going to be a delicious little snack to have on the counter. So when I'm tempted and I need a little bit of a snack, I'm not going to go for something that I shouldn't be eating. I'm not going to go eating the candy or the whatever's sitting around. I'm going to grab a handful of this and I'm going to be satisfied because you have that little bit of sweet from the banana chips and from the strawberries, a little bit of sweet from the dark chocolate, and then you've got all of the nuts for the protein, and it really makes it super healthy and delicious. So that's the 2 recipes, friends. That was super easy. Chicken salad for him for his lunch this week. A delicious new trail mix for us to snack on this week. Make better choices for whatever snack foods we're going for to make sure we grab things that are better for us. So as I said, this was a Sunday Live Q&A. So for the last 10 minutes of this, are probably oh, great idea, Karen. I love that. Hello, nice to see you. So this last half of this live is just going to be a Q&A. So if you guys have questions for me, if there's things you guys, if you've been following me for a while, or even if you're new to my channel and you have questions, you want to know something, feel free to ask me. We got about 10 minutes that we can do just some simple questions, whatever you guys want to know about me, about my channel, you know, my cooking background, whatever it is like that. Feel free to ask me. I'm happy to answer those questions for me. And yeah, I'm going to keep drinking this so that I don't cough because, as I said, I'm still getting over this horrible, oh my gosh, this flu is terrible. So I think I should taste this with everything. So here's a little piece of banana chip, a piece of strawberry, There's a little chocolate, a cashew, and we'll get a couple of pistachios, and we'll try this whole trail mix together. Oh my gosh, the combination is delicious. So, hi Cindy, good afternoon. So Karen, funny story. Funny that you should ask that. Hubby and I have been together for, let's see, it'll be 33 years this August, the end of August, but we just got married in 2022. So we're a little slow, but we found our new home church. And after we found our new home church in January, we actually just celebrated our 3rd anniversary at our new church. And after we found our home church, we just were in love with the church. Our pastor was incredible. And so we asked him to marry us in April. And so just a couple of months after we started there at church, we got married. So we'll have our 3rd wedding anniversary on April 6th, or April 3rd, sorry. So we're a little slow, but we finally did it. Tony and I have known each other for a very long time. We actually knew each other for years before we started dating. He was my brother's friend, and I met him, I think I was 13 or 14 when I met him, but we didn't start dating until I was 19. So how is everybody's weather where you guys are at? We are at, I believe we are at 38 degrees today, or 37, I think. I can't see my thing, but. Oh, wow, Cindy, that's awesome. My grandparents were married for 53 years before my grandfather passed away when I was 10. They had been together since my grandmother was 18. So in case you missed it when you popped in late, here is our curry chicken salad that we made. This is for hubby's lunch. This has shredded chicken that we cooked and just boiled until it was shredded. We added some grapes, some curry powder, some yogurt, some mayonnaise, some green onions, some caramelized onion butter, and some garlic seasoning. We added some pepper, some grapes, I think I said green onions, some cashews, and a mixture of sliced almonds and cranberries in this. So it's got lots and lots of delicious things in it. And hubby's gonna eat that in a pita bread this week for lunch. And the last thing we just made was this banana split trail mix that has banana chips, freeze-dried strawberries, dark chocolate chunks, pistachios, and cashews. Yeah, we're not supposed to get above 40 all week, I don't think. I think we're in the 30s all this week, which was 1 year ago this last week that we had our huge ice storm here for, I think we were under ice for 10 days, and it literally shut down our entire area around here. All of where I live, the city I live in and the city next to us, both of them were shut down for the entire time because we had so much ice. It was dangerous. We had big, huge pieces of ice that were falling off of trees and power lines, and it did a lot of damage. So thankfully we did not get an ice storm again this year. We haven't had any snow yet. Doesn't mean we're not going to get any, but we could. We don't typically get a lot, but we did hear that the Farmer's Almanac had said that we were going to have a bad winter, but so far it's been pretty mild. So if you're just popping in, we made a curry chicken salad. We made a banana split trail mix. Both of these are for my husband's lunch this next week, for a quick, easy things for me to get in his lunchbox. And so now we're just doing a Q&A. So if anybody has questions, I have made jelly rolls. So Karen, for Thanksgiving, I made a pumpkin roll. But I have made jelly rolls, and I'm actually planning to do one again here very soon. We have our event coming up at church on February 7th, I think it is. It's called Share the Love. Our youth group does a auction. They do a silent auction and dinner on a Friday night in February, and usually it's right around Valentine's Day. And so our youth group serves the dinner to everybody, and excuse me. So they serve the dinner to everybody there, and the people donate all kinds of stuff to be auctioned off. And so we have that coming up, and I'm actually planning to do I believe it's going to be a strawberry jelly roll is what I'm going to do for one of the dessert auction. So there's about 4 of us that do desserts. They get auctioned off. So each table there, they put in a bid of what they want to bid on the dessert. And whatever table has the highest bid gets their first choice of the desserts that have been made. I'm making 4 again this year. I typically do 4 desserts, and then a couple of ladies do some desserts. And so I'm planning to do a jelly roll for one of my 4 desserts that I'm doing. So I will bring you guys along with me when I do that one, plus the rest of the fun desserts. Last year I did some chocolate bundt cakes for that event, and put on pink and red white chocolate drizzle on those, and they were beautiful. I did carrot cakes. I actually did sourdough carrot cake rounds. So I made a flat carrot cake in a sheet pan and then cut it with a round cookie cutter, and I filled those with a cream cheese frosting and then stacked the next cake on top and then piped them, and they were just stunning. They were so beautiful. They are super easy to do. It's the trick that I have found when you do jelly rolls or any of those kind of rolled cakes is make sure, number one, that your towel has plenty of powdered sugar so your cake doesn't stick to the towel. And you want to roll it while it's hot. So you use parchment paper on your pan so that you can take, what I do is I take my towel, lay it out, put my powdered sugar on the towel, and then I take my parchment paper with my cake that's done, and I flip it right on top of the towel. That way the cake goes right on top of the parchment or the powdered sugar, and then I roll it really tight in that towel and let it completely cool. If you try to unroll it while it's still warm, it's going to crack on you. So you don't want to do that. Let it completely cool. And then once it's fully cool, you just unroll it, and it unrolls beautiful. And then just make your filling and whatever filling you're going to put in them, and then roll them back up. And you can just dust them with powdered sugar. You can put an icing on them. There's all kinds of things you can do to them to finish them up, but they are just beautiful. They're super, super fun. So I'll definitely bring you guys along with me when I make that one for the Share the Love Youth Auction that's coming up in a few weeks. And then I'll have 3 of them. I have to figure out what other desserts I'm going to make for it. I haven't figured that out yet, but I'm also auctioning off again. I've done it now for 3 years. Every year I auction off a dinner cooked by me. And so I will put together a little basket with some fun little, like chocolate dipped strawberries and some other fun little homemade treats. And when they auction off that basket comes with a home cooked meal by me. And so I come to their home and I cook a huge meal for whoever is there, whatever family or couple or whatever. The first year it was so funny. Our pastor and his dad, who was our former pastor, they got into a bidding war over it. And finally, his dad won. And so I cooked dinner for him and his wife, Chris. And then last year, we had 2 couples that kept battling it out. They kept outbidding each other. And it was getting up there pretty high. And so we decided that they would split the bid, and I would just cook for both of them. And so they met at one couple's house, and I came and cooked dinner for them one night, and it was a lot of fun. So I'm going to do that again this year. And I'll auction off another meal cooked by me, so that'll be super fun again. I love getting to do that because I love getting to go cook for people. So I'll end up doing that again this year, as well as the desserts that I'm going to make for the auction. Yes, Karen, you can watch me make it. And we'll definitely bring you guys along with me when I make the jelly roll. More than likely, it's going to be a strawberry or a raspberry because it's Valentine's Day, so it kind of needs to be red filling inside. So most likely it'll be a raspberry or a strawberry filled jelly roll. Yes, Cindy, lots of powdered sugar. That is the key. That's the secret. If you don't have enough powdered sugar on that towel, that cake is going to stick and it's just going to be a mess. It is a great church. When we went to that church the very first Sunday, Tony and I knew we were home. We knew that we had found our church family. We knew we had found where we wanted to be. And our pastor, it was so funny because after we met him the first time after we started church there, we'd gone for a month or two and we went and had a sit down just to get to know him a little bit. And he asked me what I do. And at that time I was still a chef at the sorority house. And so he said, you have to be careful because when the church finds out what your talent is, they're going to use it. And let me tell you, they do. They definitely use my talent and I love it. I don't mind using my talent for my church and getting to feed people at church. That makes me happy. So I'm getting ready to cook lunch this next Sunday for our elder board. They do their once a month elder lunch. And they used to do just it was a cheap pizza from a little store around here. It was awful and nobody ever ate it. They always ended up throwing it in the garbage because it was just not very good pizza. And so one day I pulled the pastor aside and I asked him what he would think if I started cooking their elder lunch for them once a month. And he said, absolutely, please. Yes, do that. So I started taking on that last year. And so now I cook for them once a month. Sorry. I am trying so hard not to cough. So does anybody have any more questions? I can give it a few more minutes. I'm happy to answer any more questions that you guys have. I'm gonna have to find a beautiful container to put this trail mix in. I will give you guys a report next video on what hubby thinks of the chicken salad and the pita for his lunch. Maybe I can coax him into taking a picture of it and I'll post it for you guys on the community page and you can see his chicken salad sandwich in his pita wrap. So in case you guys missed it, our posting schedule is going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And so probably around 3 o'clock in the afternoon PM Pacific time, we will upload our videos Monday and Friday. Wednesday mornings are still going to be our morning devotional that we're going to do together. And that'll probably be in the morning, as I said, because it's a morning devotional. So that'll be in the morning sometime around 10. And then Saturdays, I am going to try to do the live video on Saturdays still, if I can. If I can't get it on the schedule, if things just get super crazy, then I will end up doing a live probably on Sunday to make up for it sometime around this time. Usually works for me. It gives me time to get home from church and get the hubby fed, get me fed. We don't usually eat before church on Sunday morning. We usually fast and then eat when we get home. So I'm usually starving when I get home from church. So eating before anything else is important. And so probably about 3 o'clock. If I end up doing a live on Sunday, it'll be at 3. So just kind of be watching the community page. That's where you guys are going to find everything out there. It'll all be there for you guys to stay up to date on what's happening and when things are being posted. But videos will be coming out Monday and Friday for cooking, shopping, fun trips that we're going to take. We've got some, I'm still going to do some okay. I'm still planning to learn to make cheese this year. So we are going to be finding a local source for raw milk. And so we are going to do that eventually. I'm also going to be learning to make tamales. And so I'll bring you guys along with me as I start that little journey. I'm going to get back into sourdough again. I kind of got out of it. Things got a little bit crazy at the end of the year, and then I got sick. And so I'm going to, yes, I have, yeah, so just check in the community page. That's where I'll post everything is there. Yes, I have lived in Oregon my entire life. Hey, you can hear my dogs going crazy. I've lived in Oregon my whole life. I actually lived in my childhood home for 18 years. The first 18 years of my life. And then I moved to the next town over from us, and I had a roommate, and we lived over there for a little over a year. And then I moved back to my child home again and took care of my dad after he had an accident. And then Tony and I moved out here, and we've been here for 33 years. It'll be 33, well, actually 32 years this year that we've been out here. So I do love Oregon. It is absolutely beautiful. I love that we are so close to everything right here. We are so centrally located to the beach. We're within an hour of the Oregon coast. We're within an hour of the mountains. We're within the hour of, skiing. I don't ski, but we're within an hour of the snow if you want to do that. Skiing, snowboarding, all that kind of stuff. We've got lots and lots of great fishing around here, some beautiful lakes and rivers around here to go, kayaking and fishing and all the things. So many beautiful camping areas around here if you want to camp in the mountains, if you want to camp at the coast, which is where we typically do. Oregon is just absolutely beautiful. It is, I highly recommend people get out here at least once just to visit it, because we are so green here compared to some other states that I've seen. We are definitely green. There's a lot of trees and mountains around here that just makes it a beautiful place to visit. Yes, Cindy, Western Washington is beautiful. I have some friends that live in Battleground. And then I have a friend that lives in Scappoose, which is in Oregon, but it's pretty close to the Washington border. So I'm happy to answer any more questions if you guys have any. Gracer. Gracer, come here. Come here. Come. My dogs are all in here now. What? They have about another hour and a half before their dinner time, and they think, because I'm in here, that it's time for them to eat, and it's not. We try to keep them on a pretty tight schedule. So any more questions, I'm happy to answer them before I go finish dishes. I'm gonna grab Gracie 1 second. This is my Gracie girl. Can you say hi, Grace? Can you say hi? Hey, stop it, Rose. Can you say hi? Oh. She's a rescue from California. She was rescued from a puppy mill down in Southern California, and she was traumatized her whole life, and so she does not like to make eye contact with anybody. So she's a sweet little girl, though. Can you say hi? No? Okay, she's done. So, that's one of my girls. They're all crazy, all of them. Yes, Cindy, I look forward to getting back into a regular hosting schedule. That was just, oh my gosh, being sick was just killing me. Not getting a chance to upload videos, even cook. I did not have the energy to even cook. We lived off of soup, sandwiches, stuff I could find in the freezer. She is, yes, she's a lucky girl. We've had her since 2018 was when we got her. She actually, after she'd had her 5th litter of puppies when she was 5, they didn't even really wean the puppies. And she got dumped in a shelter in Southern California. And she was on the kill list down there when she got rescued by a lady that we know who's in McMinnville, Oregon. And she rescued her. And she has... So because she was in a puppy mill, she was trapped in a crate her whole life having puppies. So her back legs are bowed. And so she has a hard time walking. And so because of that, she was on the kill list. And so luckily Renee got her and saved her. And so she has lived out her life here like a princess. That's what we call her, is Princess Grace. She's definitely a sweet girl. We have 3 girls and the 1 boy. Rose, come here. Come here. This is another one of the girls. This is Rose. Can you say hi? You gonna say hi? Rose was also dumped down in Southern California. Oh, Buster Brown, that's a cute name. Shasta knows what I'm doing, and so she won't let me catch her. All of our dogs are rescues, every one of them. And we wouldn't have it any other way. They definitely know that they were saved, and they definitely have that appreciation, you can tell. Oh, I'm sorry, Karen. We had a lab too. She was our first pair of dogs that Tony and I got. And she was a yellow lab bearded collie mix. And she developed a blood disorder over Memorial Weekend. And so when that happened, she was bleeding internally and they didn't know where. And so there's nothing we could do. So we had to put her down. And she was only 7. So she wasn't very old. Yes, we do have Mount Hood. We've camped there before a couple of times, and it's fun to camp up there. Definitely cold. The weather is definitely different. So any other questions before I go finish dishes and clean up my kitchen so I can go sit down and relax and do nothing for the rest of the evening, which would be nice. Go catch up on some YouTube or something. I hear my boy in there whining. All right, well, I think this is where we're going to end this live. I think I'm going to go put that chicken salad in the fridge and find a container for this and do some dishes. And then I think I'm done for the evening. I think I'm going to go sit down and relax a little bit before I've got to feed the dogs at 5:30, which is their normal eating time. I hear my boy in there whining. He thinks it's dinner time now, but it's not. He's going to have to wait. So I love getting to see all of you guys and get to hang out for a little bit. I hope you guys will try these recipes. I will link them in the description box for this live in case you guys want to try them. I will link them down there and you guys can give them a shot. Let me know what you guys think of them. And friends, thanks for coming to hang out. It was super fun. And we will talk to you guys in the comments. Be looking for a video tomorrow on Monday, our regular upload day. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great day. God bless everybody. Have a happy Sunday.